Hi everyone, all of you welcome back to my channel. ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് സെക്കൻഡ് സെമസ്റ്റർ ഓഡിറ്റ് കോഴ്സ് കാലിക്കറ്റ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി സെക്കൻഡ് സെമസ്റ്ററിലെ ഓഡിറ്റ് കോഴ്സായിട്ടുള്ള ഡിസാസ്റ്റർ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിലെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ് ഓരോന്നോരോന്നായിട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിലേക്ക് കിടക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെമസ്റ്ററിലെ എൻവിറോൺമെൻറ്റൽ സ്റ്റഡീസിൻ്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു 2 വീഡിയോകളിലായിട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഫസ്റ്റ് സെമസ്റ്റർ എക്സാം ഇപ്പോൾ കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. അടുത്തതായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് സെക്കൻഡ് സെമസ്റ്ററിലെ ഡിസാസ്റ്റർ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിലെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഡിസ്കസ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ഓരോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനും അതിൻ്റെ ആൻസറുമാണ് ഞാൻ വായിക്കുന്നത്. ഫസ്റ്റ്, man-made disasters include all of the options, അതായത് വാർസ്, ടെററിസംസ്, ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയൽ ഹസാർഡ്, all is the man-made disasters. Wars, terrorism, industrial hazard. Next question. 2001 terrorists attack in America is referred as 9/11. Is referred as 9/11. Next, a dash is the form of rapid mass movement of earthy matters. A dash is a form of rapid mass movement of earthy matters. Answer, debris flow. It is the form of rapid mass movement of earthy matters, debris flow. Next question. A fractal system is one that involves which of the following? A fractal system is completely unrelated process that interact to produce an event. That is a fractal system. Completely unrelated processes that interact to produce an event. Next question. A hazard is a situation where there is a threat to property and lives from calamities. A hazard is situation where there is a threat to property and lives from calamities. Next, a hazard is a potentially damaging physical event, phenomenon or human activity, as well as may be cause loss of life or injury, property damage, maybe generate social and economic disruption and or environmental degradation. All of the options are a hazard's characters. A stream with too much bed load will usually have what type of channel pattern? Answer is braided. Next question. According to UNO, there were about dash disasters per year between 1992 and 2000 in the world. How many disasters? 500 disasters per year between 1992 and 2000. Next question. According to the World Disasters Report of 2010, during 2000 to 2009, 85% of affected people belong to the Asia Pacific region. According to the World Disaster Report of 2010, the 85% of affected disaster people belong to Asia Pacific region. Next, an active volcano Mauna Loa is located in Hawaii, USA. Next question. An effect that natural disasters can have on people affected by the event is an increased rate of population growth. Next, an example of civil war is Syrian war. Civil war, example Syrian war. An example of natural disaster is tsunami, flood, storm. All of these are the example of natural disasters. Next, an extreme natural phenomena capable of causing disaster leading to loss, lives or damage to property is known as natural hazard. Next question. An important water contaminant is nitrogen oxides. Water contaminant, nitrogen oxides. Approximate range of earthquakes that occur each year is thousands. This is the approximate range of earthquakes occur in each year. Approximately dash percentage of Earth's surface is covered with water. Approximately 70% of Earth's surface is covered with water. Next question. Area of Indian coastline which is vulnerable to storm, surges, cyclones and tsunamis is 5,700 km. Next question. Areas of cities that are subjected to significant natural hazards should be used for which of these following? Thus, that areas used for parks and golf courses. Next question. As the discharge in a steam increases, load usually increases. Next question. Catastrophic natural disaster losses in developed countries involve which of the following? Large financial costs to individuals and companies. Losses is the catastrophic natural disaster losses of developed countries. Large financial costs to individual and companies. Next, channelization of streams is designed to reduce flooding by speeding the passage of flood water. Channelization of streams is to reduce flooding by speeding the passage of flood water. Next question. Disaster at Chernobyl, 3 Mile Island, Fukushima, all are related to nuclear disasters. Next, disasters is an event arising out of result of hazard event. Disaster is an event result of an hazard event. Next question. Disasters can be categorized into various type on the basis of loss of human life they result. According to loss of human life they result, disaster can be categorized into various types. Next question. Downhill movement of earth is mainly caused by rain. Downhill movement is mainly caused by rain. Next, drought is of 10 identified sunny days and hot weather. Hydrological drought. Dash drought is of 10 identified by sunny days and hot weather. Drought, unequal distribution of food, increased population and flooding are causes of famine, that is a disease. Drought, unequal distribution of food, increased population and flooding. Next, equator is a region of dash pressure while poles are the region of dash pressure. Equator is a region of low pressure where while poles are the regions of high pressure. In the poles there is high pressure but in the equator there is low pressure. Next question. Etna volcano are located in Italy. Next question. Example of anthropogenic hazards are chemical explosion. This is made by human beings. So it is known as anthropogenic hazards. Example, chemical explosion. Next example of civil war is Syrian war. Syrian war, World War, Kargil war, Vietnam, US war. These are not a civil war. Syrian war is a civil war. Next, flood can not occur due to biological disasters. Next, from the following, which of the one is the natural hazard. Earthquake, cyclone, landslide, all is natural hazard. Next, from where earthquake waves are generated? From the focus, earthquake waves are generated. Next, geologists consider the earth to be 4.6 billion years old. If you counted to 4.6 billion by counting one number every second, how long would it take? It would take 146 years to count the age of Earth. Earth has 4.6 billion years old. From now we are counting the every number in every second. It would take 146 years. Next, hazards and disasters are mainly classified as natural and human induced. Hazards and disasters classified mainly by natural disasters or hazards or and human induced disasters or hazards. Next, high vulnerability and high hazard are associated with high disaster risk. High vulnerability and high hazards, high disaster risk. Next question, how many types of hazards are there? 2 types of hazards. Human induced hazards can be classified into 5. Human induced hazards classified into 5. Next, hurricanes are common in USA. Next, hurricanes, cyclones are formed in USA. Next, if a dam is removed, then upstream from the former dam, the river responds by downcutting, lowering its bed. Next question, if the deficiency of a particular year's rainfall exceeds 25% of normal, it is termed as onset of drought. Next, if the deficiency of a particular year's rainfall more than 50% of the normal, it is termed as severe drought. If the seafloor is suddenly displaced upward, then what happens to sea surface? It will momentarily rise. Next, in which date tsunami occurred in Indonesia? In December 26, tsunami occurred in Indonesia. Next question, in which earthquake the stones on the roads of Shillong are said to have vibrate like peas on a drum? In which earthquake stones of the roads of the Shillong said to have vibrated like peas on a drum? It is Great Earthquake of Assam. Next, in which year the violent explosion of famous volcano Krakatoa in Indonesia produced tsunamis measuring 40 feet? In 1883. Next, increase in carbon dioxide in atmosphere causes rise the earth temperature. Increase carbon dioxide rises the earth temperature. Next, industrial hazards comes under the category of human induced hazards. Industrial hazards are human induced. Next, in a downward movement of wet soil along the slopes under the influenced gravity is known as solidification. Solidification is a downward movement of wet soil along the slopes under the influence of the gravity. Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഒരു വീഡിയോയിൽ മോർ ദാൻ 50 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഡിസാസ്റ്റർ മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റിലെ മോർ ദാൻ 50 ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിലൊന്നും ഡൗട്ട്സ് ഇല്ലയെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ക്ലാസ് കേൾക്കുന്നതോടുകൂടി തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ ആ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസൊക്കെ പഠിച്ചു വെക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. വളരെ ഈസി ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ബാക്കി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് നമുക്ക് മറ്റൊരു വീഡിയോയിൽ ഡിസ്കസ് ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പോൾ യൂസ്ഫുൾ ആയെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. അതുപോലെ അഭിപ്രായങ്ങൾ കമൻറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ അറിയിക്കുക. ചാനൽ ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കാണുന്നവരാണെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാനും നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷൻ എനേബിൾ ചെയ്ത് വെക്കാനും മറക്കരുത്. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിലേക്ക് മാക്സിമം ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാനും മറക്കരുത്. താങ്ക്